Elon Musk stood on stage in November 2023 and called the Cybertruck literally the safest vehicle ever made. 16 months later, owners had filed 3,700 safety complaints, more reports than Tesla had actually delivered. So how did a company worth nearly $2 trillion release a truck so broken that its own customers started calling it a $78,000 beta test? You're about to see how Tesla buried a safety crisis so quietly that even the news missed it. But before the full extent of what they hid comes into focus, hit subscribe so you catch what the company hoped would never surface. Elon Musk stood on stage at Tesla's Austin Gigafactory on November 21st, 2023, in front of a crowd of invited guests and cameras. The Cybertruck sat behind him, angular and gleaming under the lights. He made a promise. Armor glass, exoskeleton. This is literally the safest vehicle ever made. The base model started at $60,990. That first night, 80 units rolled off the lot into the hands of the first customers. Within 16 months, those customers and thousands more would file 3,700 safety complaints to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. More reports than Tesla had actually delivered vehicles. By December 2023, owners began posting on forums. Reddit threads on our Cybertruck and the Cybertruck Owners Club website filled with photos and videos. The accelerator pedal was sticking. The windshield was cracking under pressure so light that owners couldn't explain why. The trim gaps between body panels were so large you could fit your finger between the stainless steel and the frame. By February 2024, NHTSA opened a formal preliminary investigation into stalling issues. 39 complaints had piled up in 2 months. Then Tesla ramped production. They delivered 13,000 Cybertrucks in 2024 alone. The complaints didn't slow down. They accelerated. Door handles failed mid-drive. Windows refused to close. Steering wheels peeled. By January 2025, HTSA's database showed 1,247 separate reports. One complaint for every 11 vehicles sold. One complaint for every 11 families handed a $70,000 truck that wasn't working. On February 18, 2025, a 34-year-old Cybertruck owner in Austin, Texas, captured his door handle snapping off while driving on Interstate 35. He posted the video. Within 48 hours, 127 owners commented with the same story. My door handle broke too. And Tesla said nothing. No statement, no apology, no recall. But the door handles were only the beginning. By March 2025, 347 owners reported their accelerator pedal sticking. In parking lots across the country, Cybertrucks lurched forward without warning. One collision in Los Angeles, another in Denver. Tesla released a software update on March 18th and called the problem solved. The complaints kept coming. No recall, no explanation of what went wrong or how many trucks were affected. The windshield problem was worse because it made no sense. A 28-year-old woman in Dallas woke up one morning in 40-degree weather to find her windshield spider-webbed with cracks. She hadn't hit anything. The truck was parked in her driveway. Tesla told her it wasn't a defect. Replacement cost $1,800 out of her own pocket. On the forums, owners posted photos of their own windshields failing the same way. Parked, untouched, destroyed. Body panel gaps measured 5 to 7 millimeters when normal vehicles sit at 2 to 3. Paint cracked at the seams. One owner in El Paso documented rust forming on the stainless steel body after 6 weeks. His comment, "My truck costs more than a house, and it's rusting like a 1987 Chevy." On March 8, 2025, NHTSA issued recall number 25V41,000. 3,878 Cybertrucks needed new door handles. Tesla was required to fix them free. But here's what most people covering this miss. Service appointments stretched 8 to 16 weeks out. No loaner vehicles. Owners sat in their driveways with broken trucks, waiting months for parts that should have never failed in the first place. One owner in Phoenix filed a complaint. On March 15th, "My safety feature is broken, and I'm waiting 3 months to fix it." By March 2025, the subreddit exploded. Owners flooded RR Cybertruck with posts about denied service, parts back-ordered indefinitely, service centers in Sacramento telling them the fix might not be covered under warranty. CarGurus depreciation data told the real story. Cybertruck resale values dropped 11% month over month from January to March. A truck that cost $60,990 in November 2023 was worth $52,000 by spring. Owners who believed they'd bought the future were watching their investment evaporate. On April 2nd, a 41-year-old engineer named Marcus posted an 800-word manifesto on the Cybertruck Owners Club forum. The title was brutal. "I spent $78,000 and Tesla is ghosting me." He documented everything. Day 34 of ownership, door handle snaps. Calls to customer service return error messages. The nearest service appointment available, June 15th. That's 10 weeks away. His final line became a rallying cry across the forums. "This truck is a $78,000 beta test." 2 weeks later, on April 23rd, Tesla held its Q1 2025 earnings call. Analysts asked 0 questions about Cybertruck safety. 0. CEO Elon Musk mentioned the truck exactly once, in 45 minutes. Production is ramping, and we're very pleased with the demand trajectory. Not a word about 3,800 broken door handles. Not a word about 1,247 safety complaints. The stock closed that day at $178.42. Meanwhile, Rivian posted Q1 results highlighting R1T safety certifications on schedule. Ford's F-150 Lightning reported 347 total NHTSA complaints in 18 months. GM's Hummer EV, 89 complaints in its first year. The gap wasn't a gap. It was a crater. The Cybertruck wasn't broken because Tesla couldn't engineer. It was broken because Tesla didn't have to answer. For a decade, Musk built a company on a bet that speed beats precision, that moving fast and breaking things works when the things breaking are your customers' cars. And it worked. Tesla's stock price proved it. Loyalty proved it. The waiting lists proved it. But the Cybertruck exposed something the Model 3 hid behind software updates, and the Model Y obscured with scale. When you compress 2 years of testing into 2 months, when you ship exoskeletons before you ship solutions, when you measure success by delivery numbers instead of reliability numbers, you're not building a vehicle, you're building a confession. The real scandal wasn't the door handles or the windshields or the gaps you could fit a pencil through. It was that Tesla knew. Service centers knew. The forms were screaming, and the response was silence. Not denial, not apology, just the sound of a company so convinced of its own mythology that it couldn't even hear 1,200 owners saying the same thing. We trusted you, and you shipped us a prototype. The Cybertruck wasn't the safest vehicle ever made. It was proof that being first matters less than being honest. And somewhere in an Austin service center, there's still a door handle waiting to be replaced, and an owner still waiting